And hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Welcome to Oklahoma Sports Scene here at the WCWS Ice Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Take a look at our lineup for this week, our final show for the month of May. The Thunder rolling, our Oklahoma City Thunder rolling towards the NBA Finals. Pick up honors along the way. We'll take a look at SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's MVP award, and his award back to his fellow teammates. Tulsa Public Schools Athletic Director Mick Wilson will talk about the 2025 Tulsa TPS Athletics Hall of Fame class. And it's becoming one of the top cycling events in the entire nation. The 19th St. Francis Tulsa Tough goes into town next week. But founder and executive director Malcolm McCollam will be here with a preview. And the Sooners men's gymnastics team added yet another title. We'll hear from their head coach about it, Mark Williams. Remington Park race meet, the quarter horse and mixed meet, is wrapping up this week. Track announcer Dale Day has a preview of the final week. And Richard Linehan has a profile of the meet's champion jockey. And just wait until you hear what this jockey's very first bout of his career was. All right, time now for our Tulsa World Hot Topics. This past Sunday, May 25th, the 109th running of the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500. Alex Palou from Spain, three-time Indy Series champion, finally got the one piece missing from his driving resume. That was, of course, Indianapolis 500 victory. Palou, driving the Honda number 10, passed Marcus Ericsson, 2022 Indy winner, with 14 laps to go. He on to win under caution after Nolan Siegel crashed before Palou took the checkered flag. It was the sixth 500 victory for car owner Chip Ganassi. His legendary race dates back to 1911 Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Oilers Tulsa Indoor Professional Football League team is the hottest team in the league right now. They just won their franchise record fifth straight game in Iowa last Saturday. Tulsa did it with a miracle comeback, scoring 23 points in the final 2.5 minutes. That's right, 23 points in the last 2.5 minutes, beating the Iowa Barnstormers 56-51, proving their record to 6-2 and takes them down to the top of the Eastern Conference Indoor Professional Football standings. Oilers go for 6 in a row this Friday night here in Tulsa, host Quad City on May 30th, 7:05 kickoff downtown at the BOK Center. FC Tulsa Soccer had 2 matches this week. A Wednesday road trip down to Texas to meet San Antonio FC. Then back home at One Oak Field this Saturday, May 31st, FC Tulsa hosting Birmingham Legion FC. After finishing up the month of May with a 6-game series at rival Wichita this week, Tulsa Joes returned to One Oak Field to open a third month of the Texas League baseball season. The first series in June, they'll be hosting Amarillo June 3rd through the 8th. 8 softball super regional winners, led by the reigning 4-time national champion Oklahoma Sooners, open World Series play this Thursday, Devon Field in Oklahoma City. OU for the 9th consecutive time won its super regional with a dominant 13-2 5-run rule around Alabama, led by an 8-run third inning. So here is the first round College World Series schedule, again starting Thursday, May 29th. At noon, it'll be Florida, number 3 seed against number 6, Texas. 2:30, Oklahoma takes on number 7, Tennessee. At 7 o'clock, Ole Miss, the only unranked one in the final 8, will take on number 12, Texas Tech. And at 9:30, it's number 16, Oregon, against number 9, UCLA. This is a double elimination format. Final 2 teams meet in a best-of-3 series for the national championship the first week of June. And the 2025 NCAA Division I baseball tournament, the final NCAA championship event of the academic year. NCAA regionals play begin on Friday, May 3rd, in the double elimination format. What began with a 64-team field competing in regionals advanced to 16 teams. Then the final 8 teams playing for the 77th Men's College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska, from June 13th to the 22nd, or if necessary, the 23rd. The Men's College World Series is double elimination. 2 winners then meet in a best-of-3 series for the national championship. Here now are the regional pairings for the Sooners, the Cowboys, and the Razorbacks. Oklahoma goes to the Chapel Hill Regional. The Sooners seated number 2 with a 35-20 record will take on the Big Ten champion Nebraska Cornhuskers, the number 3 seed at 32-27 mark. That game is Friday, 4 p.m. on ESPN+. For the 4th straight season and the 42nd time overall, Oklahoma is in the NCAA tournament. Looking for that game at 4 o'clock on Friday against Nebraska. A record 13, by the way, SEC teams were selected, with 8 hosting regionals, and Vanderbilt, the overall number 1 national seed, from the Southeastern Conference. Now let's take a look at the Cowboys. They'll be in the Athens, Georgia Regional. OSU, third seed, 28-23 record against the number 2 seed, Duke, 37-19. That game is Friday, 5 p.m. on ESPNU. Oklahoma State extending its NCAA regional bids to 12 as the Cowboys were awarded an at-large berth. Number 3 seed was part of the NCAA Athens Regional. Big 12 tied the conference's record with 8 league baseball programs selected to the Division I baseball championships. Cowboys, by the way, making their 50th regional appearance in program history. That's tied for the 3rd most. Fayetteville, Arkansas Regional. The number 1 seed Razorbacks will be the host, 43-13. They'll first take on North Dakota State. They're the Summer League champions, upsetting Oral Roberts University and knocking Oral Roberts out of the NCAA baseball tournament. North Dakota State 20-32, but they beat ORU in the final game there 4-2. By the way, ORU coach Ryan Fulmer in that series got his 379th career victory. That's the most in the history of the Summit League. When we come back, Oklahoma City Thunder getting a lot of awards, leading off SGA and the MVP next.
It's time to get fired up, Tulsa. Your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pap-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Our story. It lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Back on Oklahoma Sportscene here at the Wee Street Ice Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Meanwhile, battling for its first NBA Western Conference championship since 2016. The Oklahoma City Thunder a battle with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They had the most wins in the league in Oklahoma City, with 68 continuing to add now their postseason honors along the way. Top honor went to Thunder guard SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He received the Michael Jordan Trophy as the season's most valuable player and was named again to the NBA first team, the 3rd time for him. League best 32.7 points, 51.9% shooting, and led in 3-point percentage as well, 37.5. In his 7th NBA campaign, the Canadian native and former Kentucky Wildcat, SGA posted a 3rd straight season averaging 30-plus points on 50% shooting. He's only the 5th player to ever do that in the history of the NBA. Here was the trophy presentation, his MVP award at center court in the Paycom Center last week in Oklahoma City.
Last night, the Thunder's own Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was named the Kia NBA Most Valuable Player. At center court, Kia America's Vice President of Sales Operations, Eric Watson, joins NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to present the Michael Jordan Trophy to the 2024-25 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander!
For you, it's always been team first. But you led this team to the best record in the NBA, the most wins in franchise history. Congratulations. You are the NBA Kia MVP.
And SGA, always a team player, showed his appreciation to his 18 teammates with an over-the-top gift basket for each one.
This is not possible without you guys, and I know that. I appreciate you guys, love you guys. And just to, I guess, show my love, I got some gifts for y'all. Actually, you know what? Everyone just come over here and grab it, and then open it up like Christmas, guys. And there is some wrist work in there that I promised y'all. Y'all have fun. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all boys, man. Come on, dog. Appreciate you. Shoot up. Appreciate you, bro. Let me get your wrist. I want mine. Oh, you open it. What'd you hit? I can't even open it, bro. Come on. Keep it in there. Keep it in there. Chill.
Oh, did you guys get the watch? Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Yeah. Tight.
All 18 players on the Thunder roster received Rolex watches, iPhones, Beats by Dre headphones, and a Canadian Goose jacket embroidered with the Thunder's best 16-14 season record. SGA won't have any trouble, by the way, covering the cost of those expensive baskets. He's likely to get a new contract for $70 million a season. Other Thunder honors included Lou Dort, named first team NBA All-Defense, and his teammate Jalen Williams was second team All-Defensive honors. First time in Oklahoma City team history, the two players were selected for the honor in the same season. Next, TPS Athletic Director Mick Wilson talks about the new class of TPS Athletic Hall of Famers at Straight Ahead, right here on Oklahoma Sportscene.
The We Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The We Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. We Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit, so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
It's time to get fired up, Tulsa. Your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pap-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Sportscene. Our special guest is the Athletic Director of Tulsa Public Schools, Mick Wilson. Mick, a special time of year, as it is, of course, time for our TPS Athletics Hall of Fame. Hard to believe this is going to be the 13th class, and we're talking about this 2025 class. I talked about some of the history of this event that goes back to your old boss and my old former co-host of Oklahoma Sportscene, the late Gil Cloud, who just passed away this past February at age 78. Will certainly be missed at the banquet next week.
He sure will. And Chris, thanks for bringing that up because obviously Gil was one of the founders, as yourself and myself and numerous other members on the committee. We've put a lot of work into this over the years, and to this will be our first one without him. So I'm glad you have recognized that. And Gil will be sorely missed, not only in the athletic world, but in our Hall of Fame world. So many of our folks. Him being a member himself, but also just the recognition he has brought to so many people who have gone on to do such great things in our district and be such good good representatives of the things we do here in Tulsa Public Schools. So I appreciate that. Along those lines, Chris, you have been a part of all 13 of these classes, and appreciate all that you've done to help elevate the status of our Hall of Fame. And for that, I'm going to give you a raise this year for all your hard work and all that you do for the Hall of Fame. We're going to increase your stipend immensely.
Yeah, Gil Cloud said, I'm doubling your salary this year, Lincoln. Gil, I got nothing. Oh, we're doubling that. So my honor, my pleasure. Thank you so much. But give us the requirements now, Mick, to be someone who can be considered for this Tulsa Public School Athletics Hall of Fame. I think back to people saying, well, golly, how are you going to find enough people to put in the Hall of Fame? And we got a waiting list.
We do have a waiting list, Chris. And as you know, we started back with the idea of Robert Sprague many, many years ago when we talked about just trying to play catch up because we're so far behind in the history of our district and the history of our schools that trying to find enough people obviously is no problem. The problem is trying to find enough time to get them all honored and inducted. And so, as you know, we started with at least one school having a person in each class, and we've been able to follow that format nicely. Last year was a first that we're able to honor a team. Our first team was inducted, Chris, as you know, being the Memorial basketball team from 1974, and this year following suit with the 1973 state championship football team of Booker T. Washington. So we've been able to honor not only at least one person per school each year, but now we've started down the road of inducting teams. And so we're playing catch up all the way around, whether it's individuals or teams. There are so many, Chris, that need to be recognized. So we're going to continue down that road. And here in the office, obviously, we've already filled up 3 walls and now started on our 4th wall here as we continue to induct great people and great ambassadors for Tulsa Public Schools.
All right, let's meet your 2013 Tulsa Public Schools Athletics Hall of Fame, starting with these first 3 names: James Asbury, Webster High; Marcus Peel, Booker T. Washington; and Mark Brumble of Tulsa Hale.
Well, obviously, James Asbury, a Tulsa County Sheriff, great basketball player at Webster, a highly successful girls basketball coach throughout the district. And James just loves Tulsa Public Schools, loves our kids. I've conned him into coming out of retirement once before, and is currently our boys basketball coach at Howell High School. So James is very deserving, and again, a guy that loves our district. James will be excited to be a part of this great class. And then, of course, Mark Brumble. I think you talked about Mark Brumble being an All-American baseball player at the University of Arkansas, a great 2-sport athlete at Howell High School, whether it was whether it was football or baseball. Mark is very known in the community, not only for what his contributions are in the district, but also in youth baseball and being an ambassador for the sport of baseball here in Tulsa County.
And Marcus Peel, Booker T.
Marcus Peel, great basketball player, played at the University of Tulsa. Another guy that had a lot of success at a high level, and one that Coach Mims couldn't say enough great things about when we brought him on board.
Our next 3: Savannah Carter, Memorial High School; Pat Holder, East Central; and Tony Johnson of McLean.
Savannah, welcome home. Savannah is newly named assistant women's basketball coach at the University of Tulsa. We stole her and got her to come home from Auburn University, where she's had a great coaching career. But what a basketball player and what a legacy she leaves at Memorial High School, being in the state tournament 3 out of 4 years, being one of the greatest female athletes to come out of Memorial High School. So very deserving.
I mentioned Pat Holder, East Central.
The name Pat Holder is synonymous with East Central High School. Chris, she was mentored so many great athletes at East Central High School, was actually on the staff that opened East Central High School at its current location and was very instrumental in our district with Title IX and athletics and girls sports in Tulsa, just being such a great person to be able to give our girls opportunities throughout the district, not only at East Central, but just district-wide.
McLean's Tony Johnson.
Tony Johnson, a great four-sport athlete when you throw track into the mix, played at Arizona State. Great person, brother of Philip Johnson, who is also in our Hall of Fame, longtime McLean athletic director. Excited to meet Tony. I've talked to him on the phone many times, but this will be my first time to get to meet him in person.
Let's go on now to Larry Lyles of Booker T and Tom McIntosh of Memorial.
Well, Tom needs no introduction. Highly successful head soccer coach at University of Tulsa, has been successful at the Division I level and really been instrumental in growing soccer at the University of Tulsa and really soccer in the city, being such a instrumental person at Memorial High School, again, just being an ambassador of the sport and continuing to be highly successful at the University of Tulsa and giving back to Memorial High School and Tulsa Public Schools has been great for Tom, and we're excited to welcome him home.
Now, last year we talked about, and Bray Lewis does a great job of these profiles in the Tulsa world to introduce the class. Willie Ponder of Central High, Richard Slicker, Edison, and Daryl Wren of Rogers High.
Well, obviously, Daryl and Willie, great football players, great track athletes. Willie was a great basketball player. Those guys had a really high success at the Division II and Division I level in football. And then for both of those guys to go on, Chris, and have successful NFL careers, to be starters in the NFL, and just be so willing to come and give back to the district. It's going to be nice to welcome Daryl home. He's not been home in some time, to get him to come back and be part of what's going on here. He was really shocked. And then, of course, Willie, being our head football coach at McLean, and now he's an assistant at Jinx. Willie loves Tulsa Public Schools and all that we stand for. And then Richard Slicker, obviously being an All-American baseball player at the University of Kansas, being a highly successful Oklahoma Player of the Year in baseball at Edison, and then also being courted by the Chicago White Sox for many years. Again, Richard was just beside himself and is excited to send us a video. He's not going to be able to attend in person, but his son is going to, and he'll present a video to us, Chris, that will talk about how much Tulsa Public Schools and Edison High School has meant to him over the years.
All right, Mick, final time. Give us some ticket information. Again, the event coming up on Thursday, June the 5th, Warren Place Doubletree, reception 5:30. Banquet starts at 6:30. And I love about it, too, we do the program as we're having dinner, so it moves right along. Usually out of there before 9 o'clock every time we've done this.
We've learned the hard way on that, Chris, early on. And those 4-hour induction ceremonies were fun to attend, but by the time that they ended, and we've heard stories, whether it's ex-wives being thanked or kids being thanked or those type of things, we've heard all kinds of stories, but falling asleep by the end. But yes, we'll keep it moving along and have a lot of great inductees. But for people that want to get tickets, they're $100 a plate. Call here to the athletic office and talk to Lisa Norman at 918-746-6453. Or you can email Lisa, go to our website and get her contact information. But again, the tickets are $100 for a ticket, and tables are $1,000. Obviously, we're filling up quickly, but we'll find places to put you. If somebody can sit in my seat, if they're willing to pay the $100, want to be a part and support what we do through our Legends Foundation with a great support group led by our Legends president, Kathy Barkley. So please feel free. Again, if you need information, just call our office at 918-746-6453. Visit with Lisa or myself, and we'll be glad to help you. But again, Thursday, the June 5th, it's the place to be, Doubletree Warm Place at 6:30.
And next, see you there. Thanks for joining us. Again, coming up next, Tulsa Tough rolling into town. We'll talk to Malcolm McCollam when we come back.
Indoor football is back, Tulsa, and season tickets are going quick. Don't miss Saturday night entertainment starting as low as $9 a month. The Tulsa Oilers indoor football team kicks off again in March, Saturday nights, 7 p.m. The OK Center. Season tickets are on sale now. Go to TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com. Get your season tickets now. Don't miss your chance to experience the fast-paced, helmet-hitting, pad-popping excitement of professional indoor football. TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's Formal Wear and Fine Clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The Wee Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. Wee Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
It's billed as a 3-day party on wheels. It is the 19th running of the Tulsa Tough cycling race presented by St. Francis Health System. The guy who's the founder and the man director, the guy in charge of doing it all, just got off the bike to be here with us, Malcolm McCollam. Malcolm, congratulations, 19 years, huh?
Oh, it's so wonderful to be here again and be still in the game, 19 years from the day we began.
Just amazing. How did it all get started, Malcolm? You're obviously a very avid enthusiast of cycling.
Yes. Well, you know, our event began really as a community enrichment event for the city of Tulsa. We were trying to do something that would impact Tulsa's image. If you go back to 2004, 2005, 2006, Tulsa had this reputation as a flyover city, not a destination. And so we were trying to do something that would set out to change that image.
Coming up this weekend, next weekend, June 6th through the 8th, there's something for everyone in this 3-day competition, isn't there?
Everything from the children doing the townie ride on Sunday, which is a 6-mile ride that's free and open to the public, to our fondos that have distances of 30, 60, or 100 miles, to the hardcore criterium racers. We've got everything if you like bicycles.
It started back in 2006. Malcolm, do you have any idea it would go to this kind of popularity and become really a national event?
Well, it really has become a national event and even an international event. We knew we could do a good job of putting on a nice event and making a production. Nobody could have foreseen the meteoric rise in popularity of this event, what's become today.
Explain the different events. What are we going to see?
Well, so Friday night in the Blue Dome District, we kick off with what are called criterium races. Sometimes we refer to these as NASCAR on bicycles because it's mayhem sometimes.
Are these the pros then?
These are the pros and the elite amateurs, and they're so fast and you're right up next to them. We have a new category this year that I'm particularly excited about, Chris. Friday night, we're going to see our first ever category of para-athletes. These are athletes that are on hand cycles.
Wow.
And this is the group that are qualifying to participate in the para events in the Paralympics. So it's an amazing and fantastic addition that we were able to do for this.
What kind of speeds will these criterium cyclists, the pros, hit?
Very fast. I mean, they're going to average 30 miles an hour on a bicycle. Now, 30 miles an hour may not sound like a lot to somebody who drives motorcycles or cars, but remember, these are human-powered vehicles. You're going out there for 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes, and to average that kind of speed is just phenomenal.
There you can go online and take a look at the route, but it's an interesting route that really shows off Tulsa because it's a beautiful river as well.
Indeed it does. Some of our best downtown areas, the Blue Dome District, of course, Tulsa Arts District, and then, of course, Riverside Drive on Sunday.
All right, let's talk about the schedule for next week. 3 days of criterium races, 2 days of Grand Fondo races. Now, what are the Grand Fondo races?
Fondos can be thought of much like, when you're in the running world, you do a 5K or a half marathon or a marathon. So if you take that and convert that to cycling, it's very much the same thing. We have 30, 60, and 100-mile distances that are really achievable for anybody.
This really sounds like fun. As you said, come as you are, all ages for the county ride. What's that?
Oh, the Williams County Ride is maybe my most fun event on Sunday afternoon. It's a 6-mile event. We have a rest stop halfway through. It's free and open to the public at 2:30 in the afternoon. The kids just love it. I love seeing the smiling faces, you know, and the little outfits on some of the kids are just hilarious, and it's a really fun way to enjoy the event.
Malcolm McCollam, he is the founder, is the executive director of the St. Francis Tulsa Tough in its 19th year. Malcolm, how many riders do you expect? How many states? How many nations?
Literally thousands of riders, Chris. And get this, last year we truly are an international event because last year we had athletes from 44 states and 16 countries come to Tulsa for the St. Francis Tulsa Tough.
So obviously there's some money involved, some purse money for the pros, right?
That's right. Over the weekend, there will be a prize purse of over $100,000 available to these athletes.
I know we always have a great presentation, trophy ceremony down at the Blue Dome, right? Where is it going to be held this year?
Every night we do the podiums right on the spot, and we culminate with the Omnium Award. This would be the overall winners, the best over all 3 days for the men and women down on Riverside Drive, and it's a great sight to see. Watch those athletes up close and personal. You don't get them to get too close, you might get a little champagne sprayed on you.
All right, now is it too late to enter to try to ride in the race? What's the story there?
Absolutely not. All that information is on our website, tulsatough.com, and you can register to ride in either any of the Fondo distances and the criteriums.
Tulsa Tough has become really a great spectator event as well. For the spectators, what's the best advice for them? Where should they go, and how should they dress for this thing?
Oh, well, you know how it is in Tulsa and June, so you better wear your most heat-comfortable clothing.
Yes.
And my advice would be come early and stay late. There's so much fun to see down there. And all the districts have plenty of eating and restaurant and drinking opportunities down there. So it's a fantastic opportunity just to spend the day downtown.
And tell us about the infamous Cry Baby Hill.
It's a hard thing to describe. You know, if you mixed up Rio and Mardi Gras and the Tour de France and shook them up and poured out the contents, that would be Crybaby Hill. It's a fun, crazy, dress-up scene with a bike race going through the middle of it.
It's the final part of the grueling River Parks Criterium race, and also it always reminds me kind of the Tour de France, the crazy spectators flying along and making all kinds of crazy outfits and stuff, and those fans have a good time. You know.
If you've ever seen the Spaniards or the French in the Tour de France on those big mountain stages when the athletes come riding past them and they've been up there partying all day and having a good time waiting for the scene, that's Crybaby Hill, and it happens hundreds of times every day.
You know they're working on some kind of statue or something, some kind of emblem for the Crybaby Hill. They ever come to any decision on that finally? Or?
There was an art installation. We're not directly involved in that, and I'm sure whatever they come up with is gonna do it justice.
Well, enhance it, I'm sure. But where exactly is Crybaby Hill, and where do the spectators need to go?
Well, you know, Crybaby Hill is at the very north end of Riverside Drive, so right where Riverside Drive meets Southwest Boulevard.
It goes way up.
It goes up because there's nowhere to go from the river but up.
So, how far are those guys ridden before they hit that hill to go up to finish?
Oh gosh, well, it's a very short loop, so the loop itself is less than a mile.
Really?
But think of it this way, Chris. In the pro races, they're going to be doing somewhere around 50, 60, 70 laps. So they don't go up Crybaby Hill just once. It's more like 60 or 70 times.
Wow.
It adds up.
Ooh, I guess so. Next year will be the 20th St. Francis Tulsa Tough. Any special plans already, thinking about the 20th anniversary for next year?
Big plans, but if I told you now, I'd let all the secret out. Let's just say that we're planning to coordinate with, you know, it's also the 100th anniversary of Route 66, so there's got to be a great collaboration there between St. Francis Tulsa Tough turning 20 and Route 66 turning 100.
I know the St. Francis Health Systems and good friends of ones have been just tremendous supporters of this event. They wanted something like this to kind of get their name attached to a real community event that really enhance the community.
You know, they've been with us as a significant sponsor since the very first year, and they've never wavered in their support. And without what St. Francis has done and the William K. Warren Foundation, we wouldn't be where we are today.
By the way, you can do some online shopping too. I saw some wild jersey you have for this year. Tell us about some of the merchandise you can get online too.
You know, it's a great opportunity to boldly proclaim that Tulsa is no longer flyover country, because the theme this year is fly over this.
Oh, I love it.
And we're proud to say that 20 years ago today we may have been seen as flyover country, but we're not flyover country anymore.
I remember looking at it online, boy, there's some wild colors too. You can't miss it, can you?
I hope not.
All right, let's talk about again the schedule of events coming up this next weekend, June the 6th through the 8th.
That's right. Come downtown Friday, June 6th in the early afternoon around 3 o'clock. All the action will get started, and you can find that entire schedule on our website, TulsaTough.com. Saturday, everything moves over to the Tulsa Arts District. A long day, 8 in the morning till very late in the day. And of course, you can cap it off by the Big Ride concert that's there that night. And one other new thing I should tell you about, Chris, on Friday night, we have a brand new opportunity we've started this year with our Rockstep VIP area. We've never had that area for sale and open to the public, but this year for the first time, the public will be able to purchase tickets to the Rockstep VIP experience, which is an amazing experience. In addition to that, we've created 2 new beer gardens up near the finish line on 3rd and Elgin. Those are free and open to the public, no admission. The McNelly's group will be having a Basler Hall beer garden party on one side, and then Pearl Beach will be having a Pearl Beach beer garden on the other side, and it's going to be a crazy fun way to watch the races.
Are the defending champions in the big events back again this year to defend their title, or what's our look like there?
All of our previous riders, you know, once they come back. The Legion crew from Los Angeles has described the St. Francis Tulsa Tough as the Super Bowl of cycling. It's their Super Bowl. So they just finished up with their California State Championships. One of their women riders has earned the national championship, which was last weekend. She will be back, as will many of the other riders. We've got a full squad from Germany, a full squad from the UK. It's truly an international event at the highest level.
And Tulsa certainly has been a great cycling community as well. You just go down river parks around the city. They have bike paths. They do a good job in the city promoting cycling.
Well, the city's been a great supporter, as have the river parks. And you know, we've just been one of the few groups that have added to the culture of the city and added to the community and enhanced the livability of Tulsa. So we're just proud to be a part of it.
It's mostly because of this man right here. The founder, executive director, Malcolm McCollam. Malcolm, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks very much.
Get you back to wrap things up in a couple of weeks too, hopefully.
We'll see you out there.
Come back with another championship group. It's the men's gymnastics team, the University of Oklahoma. They won another title. And Coach is going to be with us next on Oklahoma Sportscene right after this timeout.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and non-stop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on site to assure the perfect fit so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
It's time to get fired up, Tulsa. Your Tulsa Oilers indoor football team is back. Friday night, May 30th, 7:05 at the BOK Center. Let's pack the house. Don't miss the action when the Oilers roll over the Quad City Steamwheelers. It's Military Appreciation Night, and the first 1,000 fans get a free t-shirt. This is your chance to experience the lightning-fast, hard-hitting, pap-popping excitement of professional indoor football. Get your tickets now at TulsaOilersFootball.com. That's TulsaOilersFootball.com.
Oklahoma's men's gymnastics team won their first national title back in 1977, added titles in 78 and 91. Then there was a gap Coach, you took over in 2000, added 9 more titles from between 2002 and 2018. So how have you and this program in Oklahoma grown?
Well, we had a lot to build on. I mean, Bart Connor was kind of the beginning of the tradition of excellence here at Oklahoma for the men's program, and he and I competed against each other through college, so I got to see a bit of the Oklahoma excellence as a student athlete myself at Nebraska. And over time, I found my way back here. Started in 1988 as an assistant coach, so got to have about 11 years working under the former head coach Greg Buick, and got to know the ropes a little bit. And when I had my opportunity as a head coach, I just felt like I needed to take us, back to the level of having some championships and bringing in some great talent and having opportunities to compete at the top of the NCAA and actually give opportunities to guys to be on national teams and go to the Olympic Games, things like that.
Oklahoma's won a tiny 28 all-time conference championships, 8 in the old Big 8 and 19 in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation, not the SEC. Why no men's gymnastics in SEC? Tell me about the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation.
Well, it's kind of a compilation of the gymnastics programs that are left in the West. We compete with Air Force Academy, Stanford, and the University of California. There's actually 3 conferences for men's gymnastics. The Big Ten has another one, and the ECAC on the East Coast has the other. So we have a group of teams. Usually Cal's been good. Stanford's been great the last 4 or 5 years. They've been the national champions. So it's been a great, stepping stone to competing with the best teams in the country. And this year we were able to win the conference championship, our first in like 4 years. So feel like we're closing the gap between Stanford, who has been the national champion 5 years previous.
After winning another conference title this year, then he went to the NCAA championships, finished a strong third. They made a late rush there at the eventual winner, Michigan and Stanford.
Yeah, Michigan hosted the championships, and it was a fantastic event. Very good crowd. We had a couple of mistakes that kept us from battling for the top spot. But in the end, it was Michigan's night. I have to tip my cap to them as the national champions. They had a number of fifth-year seniors that stuck around. Even the Olympian Paul Judah was there for his 6th year. They just had a fantastic night, won the championship by less than 2/10. But we were, within about 3 points of that. So I'm feeling hopeful that we're going to have another good squad next year and take a run at the championship. And next year it'll be at University of Illinois, and the year after that we host it again. So in the next couple of years, the prospects look really good for us.
Well, talking to Mark Williams, the head men's gymnastics coach at the University of Oklahoma. Mark, let's talk about the individual team leaders. You had a national champion in the horizontal bars this year.
Yeah, Emery Dodanley was, fantastic on that event. Can't say enough about Emery. He's one of our team captains. He was a senior for our program. He was an Olympian for Turkey this past summer and has events coming up now that he'll be at the European Championships and probably the World Championships later in the fall. He did a fantastic job. He does 4 events for our team. He's great on floor and vault along with high bar and competed on parallel bars for us as well. Great kid, and has really risen to the occasion, and where, he was unrecruited by a lot of programs and has really developed in our program to be one of the best gymnasts in the NCAA.
You also had a young gymnast who scored in the bronze on the still rings, and then also won a bronze in all around.
Well, Fuzzy Bennis was 3rd in the all around. He didn't place on rings, but he did place on floor. Was 3rd there. We did have a couple of guys that were in the On the ring All-Americans, Taj Hasdu was third on rings, and Matt Begorn was also an All-American. And Matt won the Elite 90 for being a 4.0 student, graduates in May, plans to go to PT school. Been a great story that, for 2 years he worked just to make our team. And the last 2 years he's been on our roster and made the team and actually finishes an All-American. So a great kid and the top student of all of men's gymnastics.
Coach, what are the Sooner gymnastic prospects for next season?
I have 5 guys that I've signed from last recruiting period that are coming in July. We've got Nathan Roman and a couple other guys that are our top recruits. I feel like we're going to be in a good spot. We're certainly going to miss Emery Dodanley. Zach Nunez is another one of our captains that graduates. But I think that we're getting some real strength and depth from these new guys that are coming in. And I'm hopeful that we continue to close the gap between Stanford and Michigan, and we have our opportunities again next year to compete for a national championship.
I know he was just as proud, too, of KJ Kindler's women's program she built there. They just won their 7th national title.
Yeah, they've been fantastic all year, just super consistent. I know she was disappointed last year that they didn't make it in the team finals, but this year, for the most of the season, they were ranked number 1. They made it into the team finals and had a great night. They've got a mix of really good experienced gymnasts and young talent that are coming up, and I expect that she's going to be just as good next year as well.
All right, going back to Bart Connor, of course, a double gold medal winner in 1984. OU has really had a big impact on the Olympics through the years.
Yeah, I've coached 7 Olympians, starting with Gard Young, who was here and part of the 2004 Olympics. We had, Jonathan Horton after that was part of a bronze medal team and won a silver on high bar. So, it's been a privilege and an honor to work with guys like that take the sport to the highest level, to be on the Olympic floor, to have been the head coach of the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio was a real honor for me. So, a lot of things have gone on that I never would have thought of back when I competed against Bart in 1980. I was just a guy that, just looked up to him. He and I kind of grew up in the Chicago area and knew each other all through high school and college. And, now having worked at his gym for a while and become pretty good friends with him, we just want to carry on the tradition of excellence that he created.
On this new world, Coach Williams, of the portal transfer and NIL, name, image, likeness, how has that affected your team and the Olympic sports?
Well, it hasn't come down to men's gymnastics a whole lot. Because we're a non-revenue sport, I believe it just hasn't been an issue where we even look at the portal that much. There's not a lot of programs out there. So, kids have kind of established themselves at programs. We do get a little bit of assistance in the name, image, and likeness sphere. It's nothing like, football or basketball gets, but we'll take whatever we can to help with, bringing talent into the program. And currently we're in the midst of a renovation of our facility. We've got an addition built on the front that should open by the fall. So it should be an unbelievable space for our student athletes and a great asset for recruiting to bring in that next class of talent.
And Mark, looking ahead to LA in the 2028 Olympic Games here, what are the prospects for men's and women's gymnastics in this country?
Well, the women's program has always been really strong internationally. Obviously, Simone Biles is the best in the world by and large. It's just about won everything. The men's program earned a bronze medal this past Olympic Games. So we're hoping to continue to build off of that and contend for a medal again in LA, hopefully repeat what happened in 1984.
Mark Williams, head men's gymnastics coach for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Coach, again, congratulations on another great season. Look forward to another great run by the OU Sooners here. Thanks again for joining us on Oklahoma Sports Scene.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back after we take this quick break.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and nonstop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Our story. It lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
Founded in 1960, Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing has been dressing gentlemen for over half a century. We are family-owned and operated, offering premium brand tuxedos and accessories in our Tulsa store on South Harvard. Bashira's also does made-to-measure suits, sports coats, dress shirts, and slacks, and a top line of sportswear. We do tailoring on-site to assure the perfect fit, so you will look your very best for that special occasion. Ed Bashira's formal wear and fine clothing, an Oklahoma tradition.
The Tulsa Oilers are fresh off another playoff season. Don't let the ice cool down. Get your season tickets now for next year and save big. Season tickets start as low as $19 per month. Get your tickets at TulsaOilers.com. That's TulsaOilers.com. Experience hard-hitting, glove-dropping, pulse-pounding, glass-rattling kind of thrill. Season tickets are available now starting at only $19 per month. TulsaOilers.com. This is your town, your team, your Tulsa Oilers hockey.
This is the closing week for the Remington Park 2025 quarter horse and mixed meet season at Remington Park in Oklahoma City. Tracking out to Dale Day as a preview of this final week, we'll go to Richard Lenahan, who has a profile of a champion jockey. You won't believe what this guy's first mount was.
The race for leading jockey this quarter horse season at Remington Park has effectively been over for about a month. Juan Polito's been stacking up wins like a top poker player stacks chips. Richard Lenahan has more.
Jockey Juan Polito leads the rider standings at Remington Park, and he's won $2 million Heritage Place Futurities, but his first mount as a 4-year-old in Mexico was far from that type of glamour.
4 years old, as soon as I get in Mexico, yeah. My grandpa and them, they have horses, so as soon as we step in Mexico, we at his house, so the first thing I got bucked off was for the donkey. So I have 4-year-old and they put me on a donkey, he bucked me off and stepped on my back. So that was my welcome with the horses and animals.
Polito was born in Oregon, but his family moved to Mexico when he was a toddler. He came back to the United States in 2014 when he found out something very interesting about race riding here. You can make a living at it.
No, I didn't know. Like in Mexico, I told you, like we don't do that for money. It's like pretty much for fun because they don't bet that much, you know. And then whenever I came here and I started doing it for fun too, but they started giving me money. I started looking like 300, 500. I started liking it, you know.
Polito has a favorite and least favorite part of being a jockey.
I think I don't have to work too much. I think my favorite part is I make a living from the most I like to do, you know. So that doesn't feel like you got to work or you have a job. The weight, I think, yeah, it's one of. I don't struggle too much, but I would eat more, you know. Don't worry about tomorrow. You got to go in face to face with the scale.
Polito won the Heritage Place Futurity with Jet Black Grace in 2021 and San Lencho in 2023. He hopes he can get back to that feeling again with either Jessa Good Angel or DR America's Dynasty, 2 horses he qualified for the finals. If he manages that, he has one more ultimate goal.
Well, I think like another jockey, you know, All-American Futurities, everybody wants to win it.
It is the final week of the Remington Park season. The action begins at 6 p.m. Wednesday through Friday, May 28th, 29th, and 30th. Then we wrap things up with Champions Night on Saturday, May 31st, with a program of big money stakes racing starting at 5 p.m. The night includes Oklahoma's richest race, the $1.1 million Heritage Place Futurity. In Oklahoma City at Remington Park, I'm Dale Day. Now back to Sports Scene.
Remember, this is the final week of live racing for the quarter horses at Remington Park. Wednesday through Friday, 6 p.m. post time, and Saturday, it's the Champions Night. The big night, early post time, 5 o'clock, richest race at Remington Park. The Heritage Place Futurity we run on Saturday night. You won't want to miss that. Be there. Remington Park, some great racing to finish up with. And as always, in the horse racing premiere, quarter horse racing track, we have a great time. It's the best bargain in sports. Free admission, free parking. Get out and enjoy it. Right back to wrap things up and look ahead to next week's show. We'll take this break.
Winning racing action is back this spring at Remington Park. The top horses in quarter horse paint and Appaloosa racing are featured throughout the month of May at Remington Park. Saturday, May 31st is the final night of the season. It's Champions Night, led by Oklahoma's richest race, the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity. The Remington Park Racing Week is Thursday through Sunday. First race 6 p.m. nightly, Sunday racing at 4 p.m. Champions Night on May 31st begins at 5 p.m. The best racing, simulcast racing, and non-stop jackpot casino action is at Remington Park.
Pitch, Casey lines it down the left field line. Drillers win!
Baseball, fireworks, food, and family, it's all in Tulsa at One Oak Field. Score your Drillers season membership today with plans and prices fit for every fan. Whether you want to catch every game or select nights, we know you will have a great time at the ballpark. We're proud to offer a variety of membership options, so don't wait. Contact a Drillers rep who will personally help you find the right plan for you. It's all in Drillville for 2025.
The Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, home of the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award, is a treasure trove of memorabilia honoring Oklahoma sports legends. For museum hours or to schedule a tour, go to oklahomasportshalloffame.org.
The We Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town, is the only place you can skate like the pros. With 2 rinks, there's always time to strap on the blades and hit the ice. The We Street Ice Center at 43rd and Yale is your family fun destination. Try out the game simulator rooms or hit the arcade. When you get hungry, grab a bite at Puck's Sports Bar and Grill with delicious food, great drink specials, and more. It's Midtown Tulsa's coolest entertainment center. We Street Ice Center, the coolest place in town. Come get your skate on.
Our story, it lives in Tulsa, where the spirit of the past lives alongside us and urges us on toward a vibrant future. Because our story is still being written. It's the story of Tulsa, told by the journalists who live it and love it. Whether it's covering our rich history, bringing you the hidden gems of the food scene, or following the action in local sports. And here, in the Tulsa world, is where it comes to life.
Next week here on Oklahoma Sports Scene, be sure to join us for the preview of the Belmont Stakes. It's the final jewel of Thoroughbred Racing's Triple Crown, 157th Belmont in New York, and Randy Moss, NBC's Thoroughbred Racing analyst, will be here to give us a complete preview. Until then, as we always remind you, be a good sport.